Good morning and welcome back to Gaming with ADHD. It feels like I was here less than 12 hours ago, but it's been more than 12 hours. So, anyways, um just here to do some painting, try and get caught up on the combat patrol stuff, but I am way behind. So, we're gonna keep working. We'll see where we get. But yeah, that's what I got today. We'll catch up. What's up, Curtis? Good morning, sir. Wow, this is super out of focus. And let's see here. I don't think I readjusted my camera from last night when I was talking with Tom. If you missed that was a great conversation. Tom's a great dude. I like Tom. So, but we talked miniatures, his Goblin Menace part, I guess it would be kind of like part 4 at this point. Anyways, and his heroes that are coming out, which are hilarious and adorable. Actually, you know what? I could show them off here because I painted them not on stream. That's why the focus was all out. So this is one of the wizard miniatures. We were talking last night, and Tom pointed out that unintentionally he made him look like Orko from He-Man, and now I can't unsee it. And so when I get the miniatures from the Kickstarter, I am absolutely painting this guy up to look like Orko. That would be so great. Anyways, so I got that guy, and I got a little barbarian. And this guy's great. Anyways, so just some really simple paint jobs. They're on 20mm bases, so they are super tiny. Actually, this was kind of funny because I'm working on some Terminators, just to kind of give you an idea of the scale. This guy barely comes up to the knee on the Terminator. Yes, I realize he's standing on a rock, but he's still barely knee height, and that is fantastic. Absolutely love that. So these are the Goblin Menace is lots of fun. Tom does great models, so I guess I should, well, let's put out another link for Tom. And we will pin that message to the top. Good morning, Mundo. Thank you very much, sir. I hope you had fun with that. You asked some great questions. And I know Tom appreciated them. So, anyhow, this has been fun. I got new glasses, and I swear I'm going blind. No, that's not going to work. I was gonna. I don't think the prescription is right, they already redid the lenses. And I don't know how to describe it. Because the prescription didn't really change. Like, one eye changed a little bit. But for some reason, like, glasses in the past, I've just put them on and they worked. And now, not so much. And I don't know what to do. It's very annoying. Anyhow. But I did get told this morning that the morning overtime is done, which is a little sad. That's been a nice boost the last few weeks. My wife's stray cat, I swear. Hey! Alright, you want to claw up the carpet? Fine. I'll accept that. Want to start clawing on the couch? Somebody's going to lose his inside privileges. Just saying. Anyways, so hopefully with not having morning overtime available, which has literally made me exhausted, I'm going to try and get back into doing, well, number one, doing regular paint streams on Monday and Friday. And those are going to be after work. And then I'll go to bed. But I've been debating doing some solo deep dives in the morning. Like the My Little Pony deep dive, but just me. But I think, but it'll be a little bit different. Because number one, just me. Number two, I'm not sure if I'll jump around as much. Like, I kind of want to do more Shadowrun content. It was the Dreadnought from the subscription Primaris. It's a Brutalis Dreadnought. So the one with 2 power claws. Actually, if you give me a second, I can show the picture because I got the magazine right here because I still hasn't torn it up. It's this guy. At least that's what they tell you to build. Obviously, there are options for it because it is the full kit. But that's like I haven't even built it yet. I'm kind of debating because like obviously I want to do shorts for it, but I think I might need to do it in multiple parts. Because it's a lot more complicated. I don't think I'd be able to build it in one go that works for a short. Like I did the Paragon suits for the sisters, and those took a little while. They took like 15 minutes each to build. But even then, hold on. Mundo, you confused me. Like, yeah, it's a Brutalis Dreadnought. It's not a Redemptor Dreadnought. But it's the Brutalis Dreadnought. So, yeah, so I thought you had canceled your subscription. That was the first premium package. Which there's basically one quote unquote giant model per combat patrol. But yeah, the next one, I know the next one's Eldar. Forget what the second faction is, though. And I ordered, or I put in the cart, and the wife ordered actually more brushes because this angled brush is getting worn out. Is it Chaos Marines next? Oh, now I'm Combat Patrol Magazine. Let's so there's a shipment coming, which has the Parasite of Mortrex, Space Marine Chaplain on a bike, an Eldar Farseer, and some paint, and more Eldar, more Eldar, more Eldar. And then Chaos Marines starting with issue 31. Oh, so they're just doing one. Got it. Okay, so they just do one at one combat patrol at a time moving forward. So, all right, let's set that guy aside. Dry, was it? It's an interesting order, whatever. Yeah, because they've been hammering you, or they've been hammering just 2 at a time. So I thought they were always going to send them in pairs, but it looks like it's one at a time moving forward. So that'll actually be good. Hopefully slow it down. And welcome, MC. Just so you are aware, I am painting these Marines raw, aka rules as written. I'm using the paints provided, although I'm not using their brushes. And I do prime my miniatures, which they don't talk about. But I don't mind. Miniatures should be primed. Anyways, but it's interesting to follow the official paint scheme in the steps that they recommend. But yeah, so I've also been thinking to kind of loop back around the solo deep dives that I was talking about. I've been tempted to do them as my lunch break from work. Which is usually around 7 a.m. Arizona time. But take a half an hour and do that. I think it could be interesting. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I've been I've been way behind on Shadowrun. And 7 o'clock in the morning, there's not a whole lot of people up. Or there's not a whole lot of people, you know, streaming against me at that time. Anyways, drop a comment in chat if you are interested in that. If not, who knows? Maybe I won't do it. Basically, to put it in simple terms, with all the overtime that I've been doing going away, would like to figure out a way to replace that income. And doing a lot of streams might help with that. I don't know. What do you think? Or are you just here to see me paint horribly? Which I can't really blame you. Why is he painting like that? Why is your paint so thick? That's what she said. Sorry, folks. Obviously, I hit on an interesting topic. I can't get you all to stop talking. No, that's my fault for getting out of the routine of doing these. My biggest thing, I really need to just start digging into the rules on this. 40K 10th edition. Maybe that's what I should do on the morning deep dive. Just like pull out one of those little scenario things from the magazine and just go through it. I mean, they're kind of designed for one person who has no friends. I don't know. What would you all in chat rather see? Would you rather see a deep dive into 40K rules from the Combat Patrol magazine stuff, or a deep dive into Shadowrun. Because it'd just be me. Wouldn't have a co-host. Like, I think Seraphis would be available. But it's also, like, super late for him. So I don't know if he would be that available. And Kim isn't getting up that early. And my kids have their own jobs. Anyhow. Man, you are all so chitty-chatty today. I was kind of excited, though. I'm not sure if any of you were here for the My Little Pony deep dive the other day. But Kim said she's been having fun doing it, which is awesome. Like, I think she would prefer to keep going with other My Little Pony books, but it does give an indicator that, you know, I definitely should bring her back. What do you all think? Do you like Kim as a co-host? Top deep dive co-host so far. Top 3. Kim, Seraphis, and Chris. I promise I will lie to each of them about who you all said was the best one. I find this order of operations for painting very interesting. Not bad, just interesting. Like, metallics are usually some of the last things that I would put on a model. They're like right here in step 2 or 3. It looks good though. This Retributor armor is a nice, like, it's more of a brass color than gold, but I really do like it. You know, now if only it wasn't Games Workshop priced. And came in those stupid paint pots. I really hate those paint pots, by the way. Like, all of them. They're all the worst. It's not even a hill I have to die on. Like, even the manager at the Games Workshop store, like, his defense of them as the company man is, we'll say, limited at best. Right? Why would you use those pots for airbrushes? Oh, such a bad decision. I think they do it because then they at least have a justification why they don't do it for the regular paints, to put them in dropper bottles. I mean, I don't have any issues with the paint itself. I've actually been relatively surprised. It's been a long time since I've used Games Workshop paints. But I'm only using the paints that they send me. By using, I mean, like, well, so far I have bought an extra pot of every color that I've been sent, and I'll do it with the others as well. Because I kind of figure that by the time I'm done painting 9 combat patrols, I'll have gone through at least a couple of pots of each of the colors they're going to send. So I'm just getting it early and, you know, moving everything into the drop bottle at the same time. But yeah, if they put those airbrush paints into dropper bottles, I bet you anything that their customer base would revolt and just be like, why can't you do this with all of your paint? And then they have to try and justify it, and everybody knows that they pretty much only do it because people end up spending more money. I mean, seriously, every other paint on the market is a dropper bottle. Somebody actually made an interesting point. I think it was on Monday. that it does also help in brand recognition because they're the only ones doing dropper or paint pots. If so, that's a stupid reason. Definitely not a fan. Anyways, but the paint works well enough. The dropper bottles I got are relatively soft. So it's actually a lot easier to measure the paint. And not over squeeze. Like that's literally my biggest complaint about the Monument Hobbies paint. It's you've just got to squeeze so hard to try and get any paint out. And then like Army Painter, it's such a narrow dropper that you can both control and make mistakes a little easier squeezing out the paint. Anyways, I guess long story short, none of these are perfect. I think that's why everybody ends up kind of like with this crazy eclectic collection of paint, because it just doesn't, nobody does anything consistent. There aren't any work in progress bits for this guy. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, like none of this has none of the work in progress sections have this guy included. So I'm gonna kind of make stuff up at this point. All right, what are we gonna paint gold on this guy? How have I been going for 45 minutes already? And I still haven't gone to bed. And I think I only got like 3 hours of sleep yesterday. Brian's a hot mess. Anyhow. Well, that's kind of cool. I think I got like just the right amount of paint that I don't have to get any more before moving to the next step. All right, let's see if I can get some of it. All right, I'm gonna have to find a picture of this guy because I know I'm missing out on where some of the color is supposed to go. All right. All right, you know what? It has been... Hey, Flan Man, how are you, sir? I was literally about to say, I think it's time for me to go to bed. Because it is noon. And I am tired. But I am making progress. I've got... One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I've got about 10.5 pages of their instructions to go. Which, you know, when you spread it across all the models, it is quite a bit, but it is coming along. I do need to go back and do some cleanup. I'm gonna try and do an extra paint stream or 2 this weekend. I've got a lot of projects I need to work on. Yes. Damn it. I've got a lot of projects I've got to work on because I'm doing the Ultramarines and the Tyranids. But I've also got the... I'll figure this out. Let's see here. So this is the stuff that I have, or most of the stuff that I have for Sisters of Battle. I still have a squad of 10 to assemble. I've got a squad of 5 Retributors. That's the All Flamer and Melta squad. I've got the Sacrosants, I think is what they're called. And then I've got 10 Seraphim, 8 Repentia, and 2 like Repentia. I have this squad right there. I have these 5. Still, I have to do this twice to assemble, and those to assemble. So I've still got a lot of stuff. And if I want to get this all done before Armies on Parade in October, I literally have like 6 weeks to do that. Plus, I still have to do all the Space Marines and the Tyranids and the Eldar and the other stuff that's coming along. Thanks, Flanman. So, anyways, it's I really need to make myself paint more. Maybe that's what I should do instead of deep diving. Maybe I should just do, 30 minutes of painting. I don't know. Well, it's complicated. But I will figure it out. Regardless, appreciate everybody hanging out. Sorry I wasn't very engaging to get everybody chatting, but I still appreciate the comments and whatnot. So, all right. I am fading fast, so I am going to go. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Again, look for some possible streams this weekend. But I should be back on Monday with a paint stream. We'll go from there. So, all right. Have a great weekend, everybody, if I don't see you. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Hit the like button on the way out.